Welcome back to the Nap Lab. Today we are reviewing the Stearns Foster Lux Estate. This is a 14.5-inch hybrid mattress with a plush quilted cooling cover, memory foam, polyfoam, latex foam, and a pocketed coil base. Their website says the cover is made to be cool to the touch for enhanced cooling, and the memory foam layer is Tempur brand's special indulge foam. These are two reasons that may explain the hefty price tag. Did I mention this mattress is $3,000? At this price, I'm expecting top tier performance in our test. So how did the Stearns Foster Lux Estate do? Let's jump into the review and find out now. As we pull up the performance scorecard for the Lux Estate, we see generally good scores, but unfortunately nothing incredible. On the high end, it earned a 9.0 for cooling and a 9.2 for both response time and edge support. Motion transfer was just behind these with an 8.9, off-gassing behind that with an 8.6, and pressure relief just barely staying in the green with an 8.0. From there, the lowest scoring categories belong to sex with a score of 7.8 and company with a score all the way down at a 5.2. Altogether, the Stearns Foster Lux Estate earned a performance score of 8.31. This score is below average and ranks it within the bottom 29% among all mattresses we've tested to date. Even without the outlier company score, the mattress is just about average in terms of performance. The Stearns Foster Lux Estate is available in 4 firmness options: soft pillow top, medium pillow top, standard medium, and firm pillow top. We tested the medium version and found the mattress to be a 6 out of 10, where 10 is the most firm. This gives the mattress a medium firm feel. Based on the material properties and layer composition, I would estimate the soft pillow top version is a 4 out of 10, medium pillow top is a 6 out of 10, and firm pillow top is a 7. Next, we're going to talk through what the Stearns Foster Lux Estate does best. First, the mattress has great cooling performance. The mattress breathes well and releases heat at a faster rate than average. Second, the surface is very responsive, which means you can move around with ease and the mattress avoids creating any type of a stuck feeling. Third, the Lux Estate has a good edge support for both sitting and lying. This is good for using the perimeter of the mattress for getting ready in the morning or for amorous activities. This is good anytime you need to use the perimeter of the mattress, whether you're watching TV, getting ready, sleeping near the edge, or for amorous activities. However, all mattresses aren't ideal for all sleepers. Let's talk through the important consideration points for the Lux Estate. First and foremost, the Lux Estate is not a cheap mattress. On the contrary, it's roughly twice the price of the average hybrid we test. Second, the Lux Estate's balance levels are on the low end. Fortunately, response time is still fast, so easy movement isn't overly impacted. Even so, the lower bounce does make sex performance considerably worse. Finally, I'm not a fan of the $175 return fee. Any fee for returns is becoming increasingly rare in the world of the mattress industry. At $175, the Stearns Foster is tied as the most expensive return fee we've ever seen. Your body weight and sleep position impact the types of mattress that are best able to support you. Our analysis is designed to help match the correct mattress to the right body types and sleeping positions. Support on the Stearns Foster Lux Estate is good. During our test, I felt well supported in all sleeping positions. The mattress is equipped with an 8.5-inch support layer. This is 0.6 inches thicker than the average support layer thickness of 7.9 inches based on all of our tests to date. The Lux Estate is available in multiple firmness options, which helps ensure there is a firmness and support dynamic that can meet your needs well. While I was generally pleased with the support performance, I'm not overly impressed with the pressure relief or material quality. Mattresses that create the best support need to be highly supportive, creating a neutral spine alignment, but also highly comfortable. If the mattress isn't comfortable, you're more likely to experience pressure points and other discomfort issues. My fear with this mattress is one of durability and longevity. When I cut open the mattress to look at the specific foam layers, I'm concerned with what I see. These foam layers just don't look or feel tremendously high quality, and they certainly don't look like what I expect from a $3,000 mattress. I'm concerned these foams could break down relatively quickly, leading to comfort issues, which will then lead to support issues. All that said, based on all my tests to date, an analysis of the materials, and my subjective experiences, I found the support performance to be good. Even so, it's clear that the performance doesn't rise to the excellent or outstanding level. Be sure to visit us over at naplab.com/mattress-quiz. There, you can submit your needs and preferences, and we'll send you back a personalized recommendation based on your inputs. Next up, we're going to move on to our individual performance tests. In App Lab, we test each mattress by analyzing according to 10 different factors that impact the feel, comfort, and performance. First up, we have our cooling test. To measure cooling, we allow the mattress for 15 minutes, allowing it to absorb body heat. Then, we get off the mattress and take periodic measurements of the surface level temperature. Our tests show how the mattress retains and releases heat and overall cooler performance. Mattresses that breathe better, retain less heat, and sleep cooler are better, as they allow sleepers to maintain a comfortable temperature. The Stearns Foster Lux Estate has excellent cooling. During our test, I did not feel any significant level of heat retention around my body. The mattress did a good job of releasing heat and keeping the surface of the mattress cooler. The mattress uses a mix of foam types, including polyfoam, latex, and memory foam. However, the memory foam is limited to just 0.75 inches and is placed below the quilted cover. On the not-so-good side, the mattress is also equipped with an unusually thick and rough-feeling cover. I expected this cover to have a more notable impact on cooling and breathability. However, it seemed to do better than expected. In our objective temperature test, we measured a max surface upper temperature of 90.0 degrees Fahrenheit. This is 0.2 degrees warmer than the average of 89.8 degrees Fahrenheit based on all of our tests to date. Memory foam tends to absorb more heat than other foam types, so limiting its use is certainly helping. In addition, the pocketed coil base is greatly beneficial as it helps to bring needed airflow into the mattress. When we consider the combination of objective data, my subjective experiences, and an analysis of the materials, I'm confident in my view that cooling is excellent. For the Sinkage test, we lie on the mattress. In addition, we use a 12-pound medicine ball to test pressure point sinkage. Deeper sinkage can cause sleepers to feel overly enveloped by the material layers, while less sinkage can make you feel that you're sleeping more on top of the mattress as opposed to in it. Sinkage is a preferential factor. Some prefer more, others less. The Stearns Foster Lux Estate has moderate sinkage. During our test, we measured a pressure point sinkage depth of 2.29 inches. This is 0.12 inches more sinkage than the average sinkage depth of 2.17 inches based on all of our tests to date. While our pressure point test showed only a moderate sinkage depth, during our tests, I felt that my butt and midsection sank notably deeper into the mattress. Despite the deeper sinkage, the mattress creates a balanced and even hug. The mattress uses a thick quilted cover with a deeper tufted design. This particular design helps to give the mattress a more traditional coil-type feel, despite the fact that it uses memory foam, latex foam, and a fairly thick foam comfort layer. Even so, I would classify this as a hybrid mattress. To test motion transfer, we place one 12-pound medicine ball on one side of the mattress and drop another 12-pound medicine ball on the opposite side. In addition, we use an accelerometer to objectively measure the motion generated by the medicine ball drop. Lower motion transfer is better as it helps sleeping partners avoid disturbing each other during the night. The Stearns Foster Lux Estate has a low level of motion. During our test, we measured a total acceleration range of 7.45 meters per second squared. This is 15% less motion transfer than the average of 8.74 meters per second squared. The Lux Estate uses a significantly thicker than average 6-inch comfort layer consisting of memory foam, polyfoam, and latex. These material choices and their thickness, in combination with the Eurotop cover, create a below average level of bounce. That lower bounce is the greatest single factor helping to keep motion transfer held to a minimum. In our motion transfer chart, which visualizes our accelerometer data, we can see the highest motion peaks from 0 to 0.15 seconds. Motion declines to lower levels thereafter, but it's not until 0.94 seconds that we return to near zero levels of energy. While I was pleased by the relatively low motion intensity, the motion duration is far from ideal. Mattresses with the lowest motion are able to disperse all energy within 0.3 to 0.5 seconds. Suffice to say, taking nearly 1 second to reduce motion to zero isn't great. Nevertheless, it's hard to complain too much. Motion intensity was below average, and I don't expect motion will be a major issue for most sleepers. To test response time, we place a 12-pound medicine ball on the mattress. Once it's fully at rest, we then quickly remove it and objectively measure the amount of time it takes for the mattress to recover and resume its original shape. A faster response time is better, as quicker responding material layers better adapt to your changes in movement and prevent you have a stuck feeling. The Stearns Foster Lux Estate is a mixed bag for material responsiveness, with an extremely fast most recovered response time and a moderate fully recovered response time. In our mostly recovered test, we measured a recovery speed of 0.2 seconds, which is 0.23 seconds faster than the average of 0.43 seconds based on all of our tests to date. In our fully recovered responsiveness test, we measured a recovery speed of 1.2 seconds, which is 0.22 seconds slower than the average of 0.98 seconds. The mixed responsiveness for the Lux Estate is a reflection of the mix of foam types. The quilted cover, polyfoam, latex foam, and spring unit all rebound and return to their original shapes effectively instantly. However, the 0.75-inch memory foam layer takes several moments to fully recover to its original shape. The Lux Estate uses a more traditional memory foam, and more traditional memory foam simply has a slower material responsiveness. When we consider the combination of material choices, it makes sense why we see a mostly recovered responsiveness at 0.2 seconds, but a full responsiveness taking 1.2 seconds. At these speeds, it's fast enough that it shouldn't be problematic for most sleepers, but those who are sensitive to the feel and slower responsiveness of memory foam could find it less than ideal. To run the bounce test, we drop a 12-pound medicine ball onto the mattress. We measure the maximum depth the ball sinks to before rebounding up, as well as the maximum height it achieved on the bounce. Bounce is a preferential factor. Some prefer more, others less. However, more bounce is typically better than less, as it improves ease of movement, aids in response time, and improves sex performance. The Stearns Foster Lux Estate has a low level of bounce. During our test, we measured a total bounce height of 7.26 inches. This is 1.98 inches less bounce than the average of 9.24 inches based on all of our tests to date. The lower bounce is primarily attributed to the thicker than average comfort layer. At 6 inches thick, the Lux Estate has a considerable quantity of foam. In general, the thicker a foam comfort layer, the lower the bounce is going to be, and that's exactly what we measure with the Lux Estate. That lower bounce is greatly beneficial for helping to reduce motion transfer. However, it also has a negative impact on ease of movement and a significant negative impact on sex performance. For an assessment of edge support, I lie on and sit on the edge of the mattress to measure the level of support and compression. Less sluggish while sitting and lying directly on the edge of the mattress is better, as it creates a more supportive edge for sleeping, lounging, and amorous activities. The Stearns Foster Lux Estate has excellent sitting edge support and excellent lying edge support. In our sitting edge support test, we measured a sitting sluggish compression of 3.50 inches. This is 0.53 inches less sitting sinkage than the average of 4.03 inches based on all of our tests to date. The mattress created ample support even with all of my weight sitting on a single spot. Lying edge support was equally as good. While lying directly on the edge of the mattress, I felt the support was excellent in all sleeping positions. The Lux Estate uses 2 rows of reinforced coils that run along the entire perimeter of the mattress. These coils, in combination with a thicker than average total height and medium firm feel, create the right conditions to deliver excellent support for both sitting and lying. Overall, I'm pleased with edge support, and I expect it will be more than sufficient for most sleepers. Our sex test uses a weighted formula to assess sex performance. Higher balance and more supportive edge are the most important factors, with noise, pressure relief, and cooling being lesser weighted inputs. Mattresses with more bounce and better edge support perform better for sex, as do mattresses that don't make as much noise and are more comfortable to lie on. The Stearns Foster Lux Estate has fair sex performance. On the positive side, noise is minimal, and both cooling and edge support are excellent. With just 3.50 inches of sitting edge sinkage, the Stearns Foster creates an incredibly robust edge which will extend the sexable surface area of the mattress. In the middle, we have pressure relief, which earned a good score, but also one that didn't rise to the excellent level. Nevertheless, it should be good enough for most couples. Finally, we have bounce, which was a disappointing showing at just 7.26 inches of total bounce height. This is considerably less bounce than average. Lower bounce makes sex more strenuous and more difficult. When we look at the complete picture of sex performance factors, we end up with a score that is notably worse than average. Suffice to say, the sex on Lux Estate leaves something to be desired. Our pressure relief test is a measure of overall pressure relief performance. We analyze materials, layers, thicknesses, density, and design elements in conjunction with a subjective assessment of our experience while lying on the mattress. Mattresses with better pressure relief are able to create a more comfortable sleeping surface. The Stearns Foster Lux Estate has a good level of pressure relief. During our test, I felt no significant pressure points on my body. Overall, I found the mattress comfortable. The mattress is equipped with 6 inches of comfort material, which is 1.82 inches more comfort material than the average comfort layer thickness of 4.18 inches based on all of our tests to date. On the positive side, I'm pleased with the total comfort layer thickness. At 6 inches of comfort material, the Lux Estate is considerably thicker than average. That said, I am not impressed with the quality of these foams. The polyfoam quilted within the cover looks and feels incredibly basic and low quality. The memory foam, polyfoam in the core, and latex foam all feel notably better, but even so, none of these look like foams in a $3,000 mattress. Beyond foam quality, the mattress uses a more polarizing quilted cover design with tufting pattern that's quite deep. This tufting pattern is more common on more traditional coil mattresses. This is neither good nor bad, but it is a more specific feel that some will really like, while others really won't. All that said, while I am generally pleased with the pressure relief and comfort dynamic, I'm also concerned about longevity. In my view, these foams just don't look or feel like they are going to stand the test of time. While the mattress was comfortable on day one and during our testing, I fear that it could develop sagging, body impressions, and comfort issues fairly quickly as those foams degrade with normal use. When I consider our objective pressure mapping tests, material thickness, material quality, and my subjective experiences on the mattress, I'm confident that most sleepers will find pressure relief to be good, but also not great. To evaluate off-gassing, we assess the mattress following the initial unboxing, taking a subjective measure of any strong smells. We monitor the mattress over a period of days until the mattress no longer has a strong odor. Mattresses with a less strong odor or an odor that dissipates more quickly are better. The Stearns Foster Lux Estate had a strong smell upon the initial arrival. The mattress smelled for 5 days. This is 1.5 days shorter than the average smell duration of 6.5 days. The company score takes a look at the factors that may influence your experience with the mattress. Factors include length of the trial period, warranty, shipping costs, return costs, trust, and country of origin. Stearns & Foster mattresses come with a 90-night trial period and a 10-year warranty. Shipping is free and returns are $175. Any return fee is not something we like to see, but especially one this high. Comparing 98 plus brands we've tested to date, average trial period is 178 nights, 88 nights longer than Stearns & Foster. The average warranty is 3 years longer than this mattress, and that excludes the 38% of mattresses that offer lifetime warranties. So both a trial and warranty fall short of the average, but by far, the most concerning part of these terms is the return fee. At $175, this is the highest return fee we've seen, tied with Tempur-Pedic and Sealy mattresses. So, should you buy the Stearns & Foster Lux Estate? With all things considered, this is a hard mattress to recommend strongly. Based on the performance score alone, this is a below average mattress, even if we set aside the company score. Furthermore, its $3,000 price tag is more than double the average queen mattress. But that isn't to say it's without merit. It does have excellent cooling despite thick foam comfort layers. It includes more comfy material than average while maintaining a reasonably responsive surface and supportive edges. But at the end of the day, the price to performance level is simply a deal breaker in my view. When you couple those issues with the $175 return fee, this mattress feels like a hard pass. Check out our other best of list if you're curious what we'd recommend over the Lux Estate. Well guys, that wraps it up for this video. I hope it was helpful. Comments or questions, please drop us those notes down below. If you're interested in buying the Stearns & Foster, we've got a link in the description. For more from NapLab, be sure to get subscribed, ring that bell, and visit us over at naplab.com. As always, thank you so much for watching.